critiques. And it's not, I don't want it to be just me pulling up people's pages and saying, do this, don't do that. And I'm not pulling anyone from our team. I'm just going to kind of type in some coach names. I've got a few ideas in my head, and we can all look and kind of see what the good, the bad, if there's any ugly. But first, I kind of wanted to go through, I know we have a lot of new coaches, wanted to go through some Facebook do's and don'ts that I shamelessly borrowed, saved, stole from a group that we had at the end of the year that was run by a bunch of elite coaches. And one of the top coaches in there, Brigitte Linford, gosh, I hope I'm saying her name right, really put together a nice visual of good do's and don'ts. So I want to share those. And let me see, how do I share my screen?
At the very bottom, there should be share screen.
I see it. Okay. Okay. Can you guys all see my Team Just Believe page?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me do this. Okay. So some basic do's and don'ts to start are really, what are we on Facebook doing? We are on Facebook to share our journey. So share ourselves and interact with people. So what are you sharing? Things that you want to share are things that you are passionate about in your life. So if your family, your fitness, if faith is something that's important to you, passion, organic foods, you know, if you're really into non-GMOs and organic, you can share that. Cooking, gardening, really whatever gets you going and that you can relate to anybody about, share your passions. Your own health and fitness journey, you obviously want to be sharing that. Otherwise, that's one of our vital behaviors, being a product of the product. And you want to share what being a coach has done for you. So, you know, are you able to pay a little bit extra on credit cards every month? Or did you have the ability to go out and buy a brand new car? You want to be able to share what the advantages are, what this opportunity has done to better your life. And it's also, by doing all that, you're kind of inviting people, and you'll do some probably inviting posts, and you're going to be doing it in a non-creepy, salesy way. All right. So off to my pictures that, and I'm not going to go through what's typed on the side there, but really just talk to the images. So a do is, you want to ask yourself, everything you post, does it add value? And what I really like is these 7 ways to add value up here. You know, to connect with emotion, communicate clearly, set the standard. So really looking at your posts, are you making somebody laugh? Are you getting them thinking about their own lives, their own goals, things like that? Sharing a recipe. You want to be able to find a good balance when you're posting on Facebook. You want to not just be kind of go, go, go all day long and not being able to interact or interact too much. Sometimes, and I think there's different philosophies on this, because sometimes I just, like me, I'll post when I have the chance, and I might not be able to respond to somebody for 2 hours or respond to comments for 2 hours because I've been in meetings. But there's other people who like to post and respond, make sure they're available to respond right away. But you got to find the balance of what works in your life where you are interacting and responding to people. And that's just that again. You want to steer clear of anything too negative. I mean, you want to be real. You want to share what's going on. I mean, I did a post the other night that about needing some wine because I had a really long day and it was all I could do not to get really snippy and nasty with a woman at Barnes & Noble. But I didn't go into the details. It was just kind of a, hey, relate to me on a mommy level type of thing. I like to sit back and have a glass of wine, or a lot of us do, after a tough day. So you want to make sure that you are being positive most of the time, though, and turning things around and looking at it with some humor and positivity. You want to be relatable. You want to tell stories about your life. You want to show your personality. I love these pictures because they're all kind of making these crazy, ugly, fun faces. And I know I'll do those sometimes. And then I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I look really ugly in that. I'm not going to post it. But if I go back and actually critique my page, a lot of my pictures are like the same pose and things like that. So we can't be scared to show our personality and whether we're being a little bit silly or not. So here's some more. This is about consistency. This is a thing of Lindsay Mattaway. She is a top 10 coach and I think was the top coach a few years ago. And just what this is pointing out is how when she started, she had like 0 comments and 0 likes. And over here, there's like hundreds of likes. And if you guys like these, I can upload them in a file on our Teen Just Believe page too, if you want to read all the commentary, because I thought they were really good. Here's really the do's and don'ts, where they really get good. At least I think they get good. So pictures yourself. You want to personalize things. And I have, I know I'm guilty of doing just the chia seed use and benefits and typing it in there. But people are drawn to you. I know I get more interaction when I have a picture of me with something rather than just a generic thing I've gotten off of Pinterest or Google Images. More of that. Show how you're overcoming things. Putting the quotes in your pictures. Don't complain or vent. That's kind of the same thing as be positive. Don't be too negative. Engage people by asking questions, going to local events, filling in the blank. You really want to ask things that are simple. You don't want them to have to think too much because then they're not going to respond. And we all know, or if you don't know, Facebook has algorithms, and the more interaction you get on your post, the more they're going to share your post with people. How to think of things. Just take your quote and a picture of you and throw it in there. And I know a lot of us are doing this in our challenge group, but put it out on your personal pages too. Don't be afraid to share. Share your progress. So your before and afters. And you don't want to forget you really don't want to forget. I like this right here. Don't shift your focus to business and forget to be proof the products work. Because really, that's our vital behavior, and it's how we share and people know that our products are working. So that Beachbody is for real and gets results as opposed to a crazy rap. And you don't have to post everything Beachbody. Somebody did post about shoes, and there's another coach I follow who's local here who's building a new house, and a lot of her posts are, hey, do you like this pillow or this pillow for my kid's bedroom? So it's about getting that interaction and not just being a walking Beachbody billboard, as it says there. Facebook profile pictures, I think most people know this. Picture of you, clear. This good one is Shay Stanford, or a before and after over here. So people know you. They don't see just a Shakeology picture, pictures of your kids, which I used to do all the time. Or pictures with you and a friend, because they don't know new people won't know who you are. People just looking you up, they'll say, okay, so which one of these girls is Shelly? Consider you really should, to do this as a business, have your profile public instead of private. You can make certain posts private, but overall you want people, they're gonna stop and they're gonna look at you. With the internet now, I know me, if I want to go somewhere, I'm looking on Google first, and I'm reading reviews, and I'm researching before I ever reach out or go in a store or make a phone call. So that's kind of the same thing. People are looking at you on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are before they may even reach out to you. I'm getting all sorts of notifications. That's awesome. Couple things about posting about Shakeology. And again, I think with all of this, I'm sharing all these things, but I think it's what works for you at the end of the day, what you're getting engagement on, and that's for you to track and decide. But some suggestions about Shakeology: don't just post Shakeology everywhere. You know, but I don't know. I posted the bag. I post doing things. My dog's tearing something up. I'm sorry. What they suggest to do is kind of fun things like this. And I think we all do a little bit of both. I know I do. Because, you know, I don't think this tells a lot sometimes. But it's a nice way to mix up your posts about Shakeology. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, what's in it for me? You want to share your success, you want to be interesting, and you want to show that you can help people through your posts. All right. So I think that is the end of those. All right. What'd you guys think about that?
I thought it was awesome.
Informational.
No, it was good.
Some things I'm like, I do that.
Oh yeah, I was re-looking at these and I'm like earlier today and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been doing that. Yep, I've been doing that. So
hey, we all have to recheck ourselves, even if we're doing, you know, like me at, 4 years in, I still reevaluate all the time. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing that for? You know, it's a habit,
right?
On accident. You know what I mean?
Just on Saturday, I was like on a rant again about Thrive. And I'm like, with a lot of cuss words, but I'll leave those out. I'm like, I'm not posting anything Beachbody ever again. I'm so tired of the news feed being all about Thrive. Which is but I was like, okay. So, but it prompted me to make a better post that was actually got a lot of good feedback on it. But anyways, it just made me think, and it kind of goes along with this, like what not to do.
Yeah.
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 You can unshare the screen if you want.
Oh, I was gonna go into.
Oh, you're still going? Okay.
Facebook.
Whoever's got the TV on, mute yourself.
All right. For some reason I can always search. So there's so many people that we could look at. Who was I looking at? So this is the coach I was talking about, Leslie Cortez, who's local to me. She runs our Super Saturdays here and is a 3-time elite coach. And she's the one building this big, beautiful dream home. She's like the ultimate one of those, what you can do if your business like gets to that level. But she does, I hardly, and like I said, not everything shows up in the Facebook newsfeed, but what I do see, hardly any of it is like a Beachbody, blatant thing. She does a lot of just getting interaction. So like right here, a little tip about a healthy but sweet snack. Well, however healthy the chocolate is, but just the perfect portion. And who doesn't like chocolate and strawberries? Most women at least do like those. She's gotten 61 likes on there, a share. She's sharing her new master bath. Greg's friends with everybody, by the way.
Yep.
She's sharing her Mother's Day gift, one of the new Fitbits. I saw a lot of people posting, hey, I got a Fitbit. And, would you guys like a review? So that's a way to get a simple way to get interaction from people, and it gives her a follow-up for a few days later to come back and say, hey, you guys wanted to hear how I like my new Fitbit Ultra. What I found in the last 5 days is blah, blah, blah. So you can set up future posts by asking simple questions. 23 comments, 103 likes. Somebody's posted that to her timeline. Here's more about her house. Her pool's insane. Hold on. Sorry, I'm scrolling so slowly. Yeah, so you can see, this is going back into a few days ago, and she hasn't done really any Beachbody posts. And even her like page, it's, I think, a Fit Housewife, doesn't. It's definitely more recipes and more fitness related, but I haven't seen. I checked it a couple times just to see it, and how I like to look and see how people, like the top coaches, and just anybody in general, how, if I know they have a like page, how it differs from what they put on their personal page. Because you hear a lot of conflicting things about, oh, do this on your personal page, do this on your business page. And I've really noticed everybody does it different. You got to do what works for you. I know me, I do more of my personal life on my personal page, but still try to work in the Beachbody on a daily basis, or at least every other day. And I use my like page more for, recipes and tips and sharing articles, things like that, and doing, big events for our challenge groups or running my free group. Okay. But, this was a good example of another one asking a question, how many chairs should I have in my office? All right. She doesn't have another thing. Yeah. So, Kentucky Derby, are you watching? Just little things like that. Another top coach, not top coach, but she's an elite coach, is Shannon Hargrave. And I know who she is because I have a friend who's in her downline, a friend here at home. So she is definitely proof the product works. Has a nice, clear, profile picture and cover picture. And here, right here, she's doing one of the don'ts, one of the, just doing a image off of Google, but, it works. It's finding that mix and what people are responding to. Because I do a lot of these, I'll be honest. But here, she's thrown out, hey, Shakeology sample pack. She's incorporated that into a picture of herself with the Shakeology box. And right here, the limited amounts of each flavor, it's that supply and demand of, oh, there's limited, I better jump on this right away, instead of saying, got them for everybody. You want to make people feel that they want to act now, or they're going to lose out. Come on. And so you can see she has got a lot more, already 3 posts in. She's already got more of the posts about Beachbody, journey to her healthy lifestyle, how it's changed her life, taking that first step, really trying to motivate people. And this post right here isn't asking, well, she said she's joined a challenge group, but she went for it. even though she didn't know what was going on. And oh my gosh, it's been so amazing for me. But she's not necessarily asking people, you know, hey, join my event right now. It's just, it's sharing what it did for her. So when she probably post in a couple days about joining her next group, people will be like, wow, that's great. It was so great for her. I don't know. I'm just assuming there. I like to think that when you get to that level, it goes that easily. You know, a wellness tip, and just she's added a little information of her own to it rather than just posting. And she's responding to people in the comments. Like this, somebody must have commented again. I saw this earlier. Somebody saying, I hate when I eat breakfast because I'm starving the rest of the day. And I read that and I thought, oh my gosh, that is how I used to be. And, you know, she's giving her advice right here, you know, about eating the 3 small meals a day. So it's interacting and responding and adding value even in the comments back to people. You know, she has done a, hey, thanks for visiting, gives a little rundown of herself, you know, getting some advice on what she should do with her hair. So it's, you know, she's not everything strictly the Beachbody related. My scroll is not very good. You know, this cute little gecko, you know, just a fun post to interact and share. Monday motivation. You know, I think we've all done a few of these posts that I wanted to skip my workout, but then I didn't. So, you know, I mean, these posts are great. You know, a simple, not everything needs to be a long post necessarily, at least, you know, for her, she's got some interest here, just asking, hey, do you want to join a free clean eating group? Very simple. Comment if you're interested. Looks like playing pool, you know, fur babies, sharing a personal thing about Mother's Day and her mom. Okay. So I got a challenge for you guys. Does anybody want to share their page and have us talk about it? Okay, talk about it was not the phrase I was going for, but provide some feedback.
You can do mine. I don't care.
Who said that? Was that Morgan?
Nikki or Morgan?
Do me.
Was that Nikki?
You can do mine if you want to too. I don't care.
And that really is finding what works for you, because you know, you'll be on one team call and say like this one page is totally all the no's that one person will tell you, and then the other page like
It's the exact opposite.
Was it Tara Carr? I looked at both her personal and her like page, and her like page looks more like her personal page than her personal page does. So, and she really doesn't post any Beachbody. You know, it's all other stuff. So yeah, you gotta find that balance, because everybody kind of like attracts different things. So
exactly. And Corrie, I like what you said. You're 4 years in and you're constantly looking at it and not reinventing, but just like, okay, what do I need to change up? What do I need to do? And I think there was a national wake-up call that Amy Silverman did earlier this year about every 6 months. She's even looking at kind of reinventing her image on Instagram to be fresh and get a new followers and just appeal to different people, because
what I used to do even 6 months ago stopped working. So like, it's just like what you said. Every 6 months or so, it's like I have to come up with a completely new plan, because it wears out and people don't care anymore. So I have to completely change it to get people interacting again. Like I'm in that phase right now. Like everything I'm doing isn't working. So I'm trying to fix it again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a pretty hot, beach buddy coach like these ladies you've been showing. It's a little more difficult for me. I have to really work for it.
That duck face. So.
I know, that's the one I'm like.
I guess
really?
like a duck face, everything.
Nobody has lips or boobs like that. I'm sorry.
I know. I just liked her post, but yeah, I'm looking at her. I'm like, you're like unreal. Come on. This isn't real.
That's like, is Lindsay Mattaway? I mean, if you Google her, it's nothing but lingerie pictures. If you do the image.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get followers and people liking your stuff when you're looking that good. I mean, seriously.
Right. I know. I follow Amy Silverman on Instagram, and I love her message, but all her pictures, she's like half naked and not like a thong bikini, and I'm like, really? But she posts her before pictures too, and you're like, okay, she's worked her ass off, literally, to look like this. Okay, want it, but yeah, it's kind of funny when we're not exactly there, and that's okay. Let's see. So Nikki MacAllister. I love your quotes every day, first of all. I do have to tell you that. I love seeing those.
Thank you for giving me credit. Nobody heard you.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
that's showing your personality, Nikki. Look at you, got a lot of engagement on that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And still today, I got somebody that asked if I survived.
I see that. Awesome. Oh, Titan. I love that picture you found, Michelle.
Thank you. Super cute.
You want to post one today?
You guys are about getting me in trouble. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
You only been posted one today, other than your quote.
That's twice. I count that as 2. This got so much. I was like shocked.
It's a great picture.
My posture has never been better.
That's Corey looks at that picture to look at his posture. Everyone should know that.
It's the chiropractor, man. I've always been hunched over. I look good right there, straight wise.
You do look straight. And Nikki sharing her success.
That's the post I was talking about that made me like, Thrive was pissing me off at 10 in the morning. So I was like, okay, forget this crap, man. I'm doing it.
I think that whatever he did, he fueled you, because I thought that was a great post.
Yeah, I was like, for whatever reason, I think.
You got mad and I told you what was up.
I just got fired up and he was like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, just because there's 15 or a million pizza commercials on TV doesn't mean Domino's is going to slow down their commercials just to help the commercials be better.
And when he said that, I don't know why, but it like resonated.
It didn't make sense the way I said it right now, but I said it way better that day.
It like resonated.
She's like, all these people are posting about all this stuff, and it's just screwing Facebook up. So I just stopped posting so much to help it. And then I'm like, well, okay, that's so what now? Pizza Hut's gonna back off and just help TV because everybody else has pizza commercials. And then she went and posted that.
Mostly what I wanted to say is Thrive's going to kill you, so stop doing it. But I refrain. I know, it's because it didn't sound good. Okay.
The superpower drink. So.
Sold, is that how you said?
I feel like, I don't know.
Okay.
It's okay to talk crap about our Facebook.
I mean, you can do it. That's why I said do me, because sometimes
I don't think it's crap.
Well, I think by looking at it just from here, because I don't often go to my own Facebook page, I can tell I think I need to post more.
It is filled a lot with just those quotes.
Yep.
So I need to post more.
And
Yeah,
I know.
That's
And-
like I like it when you post your food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's good.
Your food posts are
And
always
right
yummy.
around in here is when I got that monster cold sore. And so I was like, I'm not showing my face to anyone. I was like, that last Energized picture, I still had it and I was like hiding my face in the cup. I'm like, I gotta post on social media.
Puppy.
Puppy monkey.
It's weird sometimes what'll get engagement and what doesn't.
The
I
dog,
know.
You
the
never
dog
know.
almost every time. Like if I'm like, if I need to increase
algorithm up.
my algorithm, I'll post something about the dog.
My kids get that for me. It's like I could do whatever, share whatever, and then put up a picture of the kids laughing and giggling, and it's like, okay, lots of people
Yeah.
are looking at my page. You are seeing things.
Yeah.
So you take really good food pictures.
Yeah.
And I know, I'm not saying this is you, Nikki, although I think it might be. I know for me, something that prevents me from doing some posts I would like to do about maybe the coaching opportunity is that both of my bosses, one of whom is one of my customers, but the other one, the higher up one, I'm friends with both of them on Facebook, and I have been for years. So I can't really unfriend them because that'd be weird. But I can't, and I'm friends with a lot of my coworkers. I can't necessarily post about, my goal is to quit my job by next June. Because guess what?
Yeah.
That's going to prevent me from getting as much as I can out of my job. And if I can't, well, all right, then, hey, I've put this out here that I don't want to be here.
I try not to make that my excuse, but it does hold me back. Like I have like right now, I have maybe 8 employees, and I would say, not counting myself, half of them are on Thrive right now. And I'm like, I'm gonna murder you all. And so that is like, I'm like, oh my God. So it's a struggle, literally. Like, and then they try to buy just the programs from me so that they think that it won't make me even more like,
Yeah.
So it's a struggle. It's a constant struggle because I do have that audience
Mm-hmm.
that makes me think about what I post every single time.
Yeah. And I do too. And I've done a couple like those on my like page thinking, okay, I don't think I have anybody from over there. But then I've noticed I do have a couple coworkers who will occasionally like a picture over on my like page. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not even friends with you on Facebook and you're liking something on my business page. Okay. So you are seeing everything.
Yeah.
So it's at the end of the day, it's the balance of what works for you. Like Michelle said, like we've seen and heard countless times. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, it's like what this week's team call will tell us not to do. Next week's team call will tell us to do it. So yeah, it's just whatever works for everybody, really.
Yeah.
It is. But I think the key is I'll go ahead. It's getting kind of late. So unless somebody really wants us to take a look at your page and find some or give some feedback, but don't feel you have to.
I think now that you know that you should go to your page and just look at it like this.
Yeah, there's a way. Let me go to me. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. So like, I haven't been getting hardly any engagement on anything lately, and it's kind of been irritating. I'm like, have people been unfollowing me, or because they're sick of all my posts, or what? I posted this of getting my hair done tonight, and it's like blowing up with comments and things, and I'm like, oh, okay, people do see stuff. All right. That's awesome. But what you can do is there's a way to view your timeline as somebody else. So as somebody coming to your page, so that you can see it in that format. So I think tonight's takeaway homework for everyone is to maybe, and it doesn't look that much different, so, you know, but just a little.
Yep.
Oops.
So you can see it.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Well, we can open it up for questions.
Yeah. All right, I don't know what I did. So, yeah, so now I can view it as what it looks like to the public.
Cute kids.
Oh, thank you. They, oops. What am I trying to go back to?
Stop screen share?
Stop share. There it is.
There we go. Okay, if you got questions, shoot. Nope.
No questions.
Okay. Well, that was a good call, Shelly. Thank you.
That was really good. Yeah, if you'll put those, like, the stuff you had in your slide, in the then that would be great. Because that's some good one. I've seen those. I forget which group that's in, but I saw the Shakeology one.
Yeah, that was in that Finish Strong Like a Boss last December. And that's, I kind of, you know, fell. It's so hard to keep up with some of those groups, but I made sure before I thought they were going to close it, which it's still open. I think you can still get in there if you were part of the group, to go and screenshot all of those, because I love I'm a visual learner. So seeing the do's and the don'ts works for me. We all learn differently. So if that works for you, hopefully they were helpful.
Yeah, that's like some of the diamond groups. I still have them. They haven't closed them. They're still open too. So
Yeah.
I'll pop in every now and then because somebody will go in and comment, and then, you know, I'll kind of like scroll through it.
Mm-hmm. See if there's anything good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will make sure to put those on there.
Yeah, if you can put those in the files tab, that'd be great.
I will.
And I will put the recording up in a bit.
Okie doke.
All right,
Sounds
everybody.
good. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, have a good night.
Bye.